Down. So,
Hit it, hit it. Good morning. Good
All right, Ebony, that's the way
morning.
to bring a Monday in. There you go. Let's bring it in with joy and excitement.
What?
Yes.
Good morning. We are going to hit it and quit it this morning. How's everybody doing? We are back around again. It is Monday morning. Good morning and welcome to what? The BYOB Morning Show. We are.
it's not the Mickey Mouse show. It's the BY.
I know.
It's the
I wouldn't even try to hit
BYOB
that note.
Morning Show. And this morning we are going to hopefully bring you some joy, bring you some needed information, provide you with some resources, and then we're going to let you get to your day on purpose. Today we're going to be talking about turn your passion into a paycheck.
Ooh, that's good.
I know. How do you do that?
I want to show you guys this real quick. You see how glitz and glamorous this thing is and how beautiful the top of this is?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the knowledge we give to people today.
Oh,
because that's exactly
very nice.
what your passion is. Doesn't your passion kind of look like how this top looks? Like shiny and beautiful, and it brings you joy, and it's just so beautiful.
That's a good analogy, Ebony.
I like that, Ebony.
Mm-hmm. That really brings the picture in people's minds to life on what their passion is. Because some people may say, humdrum is me. What is passion? Haven't seen that in years.
So many people have talked them out of it or told them that their passion ain't worth it. That's what it is. It's when you have them dreams, them hopes, them goals, and everybody else that you got around that you don't think is toxic. Because I think nowadays people are really starting to understand that toxic don't have to be chemically toxic.
Right.
Absolutely.
When you get the naysayers around you, real quick, I seen this girl on Facebook and she knits outfits together. I mean, these outfits be bad. And I was like, do you know all those times, all those years I wanted to learn how to knit? And people said, that's what your grandma do.
No, not anymore.
But this girl turned around and made that passion, that thing that she probably bonded with her grandmother over, into a whole business. And I was thinking, I know her grandmother is looking down and proud. Because now she gets to empower and to share that experience with other women. Remember being in the kitchen? See, I don't, because my mama, she had me cleaning the stuff in the kitchen. But even with just cleaning, because she ain't let me touch the food, because you ain't about to mess up Donna Jean's food. Even with that, people have taken cooking, something that we used in the kitchens, as bonding with our mothers and our grandmothers. And they've made it into a wonderful business. And when you taste, because not everybody's food is good, but you got them few people out there that you can taste the love and the history in their food. And that food just give you just joy and happiness and love. Y'all had the meals that you eat that food and you just want to do everything with your family. It started with just the passion. It started in the family. Right. It started just, I know for me, for the longest time, even something, so I suffer from depression too. And I remember going through postpartum depression, and the first time I picked up a makeup brush, I had no idea that me sharing my makeup experiences would bring so many other women so much joy. That is what turning your passion into profit feels like. Joy, happiness. not just for you, but it seems like it brings it to other people around you.
That's good, Ebony. I think so too. Mm-hmm.
And y'all know last week we were talking about going to a job and calling, your job was your just over broke. So you can use your just over broke skills because you have a lot of skills that you developed in different industries to turn your passion into a paycheck. So that when you move over and look at these certifications and you find, okay, for some reason you find that you want to do something different because something else is calling you, you can use part of what you've already experienced, what you've already gone through, to do that, to turn your passion, to turn those skills into a paycheck.
Right. You're right. And I like what Ebony's saying as far as, crocheting and people that have been doing it from way years and years are, Afghans and blankets and all that. Actually, crocheting helps lower the blood pressure, relieves anxiety. There's a lot of health benefits in doing that. So somebody out there that normally does that and think, well, nobody's going to pay me for that. There's other benefits that crocheting can do. Like Ebony said, bonding with the family, teaching a tradition to the children that they can take on through generations. But there's a lot of health benefits in that. While you creating clothes and boots and shoes and pants, you can create anything with crocheting. It's helping you and it's helping somebody else to relieve stress.
That's absolutely right, Chiquita, because I have several slippers that were crocheted for me. Some short ones, some ones that come up to my knee. So you can do all kinds of things with those skills that you've learned a while ago or that someone has shared with you. And it makes everything, because everything isn't old, it makes what you think is old new again.
Right. Right.
It makes everything new again.
Right.
Having a passion is just amazing. And everyone, that is something that seriously everyone has. Sometimes it might make you think a little bit deeper. Like, ask yourself, what do I enjoy doing when it's just me in the room? And that's when you have the answer if that's what your passion is. Because a passion is something that calms you down, makes you smile, brings joy to you. It's also something that you can bond with others with. Like, it's some things that's so simple, like growing a rose. Like some people are really good at growing roses. And in all honesty, I love roses, but I can't grow them. But I will pay for someone else's passion so I can have a beautiful rose in my kitchen.
Right.
So,
yes,
a passion is so beautiful. A passion is so, it brings you life. It brings you joy. It brings you everything that you possibly could need. And when you are able to share that with other people, then you are showing your purpose. Everyone's on this earth gift can be used for someone else and brings other people joy. That's why you can't keep your passion to yourself.
Right.
You know what, Ebony? I think you're making some sense. And I think sometimes people get confused with discovering their passion, right? They don't know what that is because it doesn't have to be some big monumental thing that's going to have an impact on millions of people. It's something that's going to come from your heart and flow from you. I knew of someone at a previous job who was an accountant type, who was always doing that kind of work and was really, really good at it. And he was in like 3 different bands for the evenings and weekends. It's like his hobby was his passion. He didn't necessarily know how to do that. He wasn't designed to become a big star musician, but he was still doing this passion and still able to give that joy to others because, maybe he played at church, maybe he played here at a couple different places and he impacted in his small community. And then maybe he would learn how to use that, like you said, to pass it down, to teach kids, to do other things. It's not always something that's huge, but it's huge for you because, like you said, it fills your heart, it fills you with joy, it gives you a smile. It does have a calming aspect because you're in a place where you're enjoying it, even if it's hard work, right? You're just having fun with it. And it's sometimes you just have to stop and reflect and think about it. Some of the clues might be in the stuff that you're doing now. Like, it was unusual for this guy to pursue an accounting, but that was how he funded what his passion was, right? Like, he got paid for that job, but he probably got some skills in there, that discipline, that routine, to kind of keep up with his music and like have the structure for it, for that, so you can learn things in your job that may or may not have your passion, and you could then translate that into utilizing that skills or that information to do what you really are meant to do.
Oh, I like that, Cherie. And before we got on, we were having a discussion before the show.
Right.
And Cherie made me see that sometimes you pick something and you think it's your passion, but it's not. But you learn from all the things you've been doing what your passion is, and it's just reflecting on what hasn't made you happy that you have been doing when you thought you were really working in your passion. The point is, you got to pick something, because if you don't pick anything, you may not ever find it. You won't know if you're in the wrong place and how to get to
that's good.
Right.
Absolutely. And we want to ask that you all share the broadcast, invite your friends, because turning your passion into a paycheck may not necessarily be for you, but you may know someone else who wants to and who's always talking and excited about what it is that they are doing or what they want to do. And they may not be right here to hear us right now. So sharing a lot of times for people is a passion. There are people who like to share everything that they hear or what they know. So share this with your friends. And we want to welcome you all here today because we're talking about turning your passion into a paycheck. And if you can see scrolling at the bottom of the screen, we want 100 life, business, health, and passion coaches to help other people, because I think it was you who said, Chiquita, that people may not know what their passion is, or they may think it's one thing, but it may turn out to be something else. So when you go to www.blackwomenequalpayday, you can see the 12 certifications there. And one of those may resonate with you, and you may find that that hooks up with something that's inside of you that you're excited about as well.
Well, not to shamelessly promote my own certification, Rose, but I can tell you one of the things I was passionate about was always helping people. And people would come to me on the job all the time to ask for advice or to give them things. And of course, that channeled myself into the human resources field and all that type of stuff. And so I'm looking at, how do I empower other people to help folks in the workplace? Because me, I could help the people I touch. But if I train several coaches, then now we're touching a whole lot of other people and helping them be successful in the workplace, because that's a hard part to navigate. And again, we start in the workplace to generate some income, to start our livelihood, and we can discover, as Chiquita said, we can discover our passion, even if we find out we're in the wrong place. But how do we, get successful while we're there? Well, that's one of the certifications, is how to coach people in their careers. And there's other things. There's, how to coach people around their health and nutrition, around real estate. There's, like you said, there's 12. You got to go check it out and see. And that might be a trigger for you to tap into where you may have your passion, right? That's just a beginning start to get some knowledge, get some education, and get yourself set up to pursue a passion that you may have.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And see, you make a really good point, because you're talking about you can touch a certain amount of people, but you can't touch everyone just by yourself. So when you're training coaches to touch other people, that gives you more hands. That gives you more branches on the tree. And that's really what it's all about, is being able to go out into the universe and help as many people as that want to be helped.
And sometimes we don't even understand how much our passion is needed because we don't see the things around us as being passion. But I want you guys to hear me out on this one. Y'all like my new glasses? Let me show y'all.
Yes.
And I look at these glasses and I'm like, somebody had to be passionate about either eyesight and or making it easy for them or a loved one to be able to see the world the same way they could.
Ooh.
Something that's so simple as a pair of glasses. This now they make a mask, but at a certain point of life, it was somebody's passion. And a passion that is so well needed that benefits me every day. If I ain't had these glasses, then I would not be able to see the world the same way a person with 20/20 vision could.
Right.
So your passion could really be adding so much value to someone else. So much
Right.
value. I don't know what I'd be without my glasses. Probably somewhere like this.
Mhm.
But something so simple. And a lot of times also people keep, my husband, he always says, well, Ebony, you have the business because you don't mind asking for the sale. And a lot of people I've noticed, they don't even pursue it because they're afraid to ask for the sale. If that is you, go ahead and put in the comment section that is you. Say me in the comment section because you're not alone. But what ends up happening is that when you're passionate about something, you end up talking about it so freely. So a lot of the time people get into things and they have to force themselves to do things. When you force, that's not passion. Passion is, it just rolls off your tongue. When you're talking to your girlfriends, I'm passionate about coffee every morning, y'all. And guess what? I incorporate it in my life. If somebody want to meet me before 12 o'clock, in the afternoon, even after, y'all, I'm going to be like, meet me at the coffee shop. Something as simple as that, because I'm passionate about my coffee. I feel like I need my coffee is a part of me. Just like my wig business, it's a part of me. It's what I do. It's so easy for me to talk about it. I don't really have to do too much preparation as to, oh my gosh, what am I going to say to her to get her to want to buy a wig? It's nothing like that. Half the time, I'm not even trying to sell a wig. But people hear that passion, that expertise, the love, all of that, and they say, well, how can I get one? How can I be a part of what you're doing? That's what passion gets you. Passion gets you easy sales because people can feel that passion. People love that passion. And we always talk about how people love to be a part of things. I know this because I love being a part of everything. And if I hear you over here talking about how passionate you are about makeup, how passionate you are about coffee, I'm going to want to be a part of that, whether I'm buying your stuff or just there helping you promote what you're doing, because it is something out there that everybody needs. You just need help getting it out there. So getting the certification only puts you a step above. When I hear people getting certifications in their fields of expertise, I'm like, oh, baby girl, serious. So since you're serious, I'm going to be serious. That's why you get a certification.
You're absolutely right. It pushes you. And it pushes the person that you're interacting with. Because as you said, they can see and feel what you're offering or what you're just talking to them about. And that gets them excited too and makes them, as we hope we're doing with you all this morning. So when you go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com, you'll see the 12 certifications. You'll see that we have passion, we have health, we have spirituality, we have real estate, we have business, we have executive coaching, we have to build your own online business. We have brand coaching. There are 12 So that should, just to know that there are resources and other opportunities out there, that you're just not stuck with the skills that you learned in your job. You know, your just over broke skills, you can turn those skills into a paycheck that you create for yourself. And by creating that for yourself, you're opening up a whole new world for someone else.
Right. And I
Yeah,
think we got a little bit of delay. Also, you're right, Rosie. Also, I think passion is knowing you have a product that can solve someone else's problem. And so you're passionate about it because you know it works for you. You know it will work for every other woman. And so if you don't ask uh, for them, if you don't offer it to them, you're really doing them a disjustice by not asking for the sale because you know that product will solve their problem. The same way we're here, we're passionate about the Free Women Project because we know the program has helped us, it's helped other women, and so we're passionate enough to be able to ask you all to go and apply for the grant because it's going to solve some of your problems. It's going to get you moving in the right direction. Yeah. So
absolutely.
don't, so don't be selfish and not ask for the sale for the product if it's really going to help.
Absolutely.
And most of the time it do. Something as simple as Jared, I think that's the jewelry store. I'm just gonna say some simple things that we don't even think about. They put one of them diamond hearts, right? I don't have mine with me, but it's them little bitty diamond hearts. That right there is a killer for them every year. A simple heart. Who would have thought them hearts that we was making back in elementary school could be a multi-million dollar industry? Half the time they don't even put real diamonds in them. They put stones. And you can personalize them stones to whatever color your birthstone is. Maybe you met your husband, in the month of February, so you want to do February stone. Who would have thought that a little bitty diamond necklace like that could have such a huge impact on so many different lives? Who would have thought? My favorite example is the sticky note.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You get a piece of paper, some sticky stuff on the bottom, on the back of it, and you pop it up. That's a multi-billion dollar industry. Somebody thought about that in their kitchen because they wanted to put a note out there for their kids to clean up the house before they got home.
Absolutely. I can think of another one, and I wish I had invented it.
What's that?
Caller ID.
Ooh,
Oh.
what would I be if I
That
didn't
was a game
call?
changer. And
Yeah.
DeMar says the sticky note was a mistake. They came up with that. It was a mistake. And look at what they did with that. Look at what they did with that.
Wow.
Blind. How
That
about
says
blind?
that no,
Right.
that says that no idea is a bad idea.
Right.
Right.
So there we have it. It's passion. Everything around us was somebody's passion.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
And sometimes people were just paying attention to a need, to an opportunity, and they saw something was missing and went to just fill the gap.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Hadi said, the sticky note was a mistake. Someone made a mistake and then still saw an opportunity about how to do that. So sometimes we're afraid of making mistakes, but look where it can also lead.
Exactly.
Sometimes a mistake puts you on the right path. Sometimes a mistake turns into a new opportunity. Sometimes it's just a learning, but sometimes it will still enrich you.
Right.
You know, D says your blessings don't come from a closed mouth. You're absolutely right. Because I'm sure D Morris was saying her and her great auntie created video calling back in 1982, but because they probably didn't open their mouth, because somebody else has those same ideas that you do. It's the person who moves forward and who takes the steps, who takes advantage of an opportunity that will turn their passion or even their mistake into a multi-million dollar shoot. Call ID and sticky notes are probably $1 trillion ideas.
Right.
It just
Yeah.
shows that if you seize the moment and seize the opportunity, it can go far.
Right.
So if you want to turn your passion into a
Something
paycheck,
better what-
and not just a paycheck, but wealth, a legacy for your family, start at www.blackwomenequalpay.com. Doesn't cost you anything to get the information. Just an investment of a few minutes of your time.
Right. Right.
Let me tell y'all why it's so important to share this broadcast. And I hope as I'm saying this, y'all hit that share button. Y'all like this. Y'all put y'all comments in, because it took somebody to share this broadcast for me to say, huh? And that turned into me finding a community of women who had different passions. And because they're so passionate about their passion, I wake up every day like, what's up? What am I doing in my business today? I wake up and I'm just excited. It's energy. It's the flow of energy when everybody is doing individual things that they enjoy doing. If I could cook, I would be in the kitchen all day and I probably would be really happy. But I ain't a cook, y'all. But I enjoy doing hair, but not doing people's hair. I enjoy making wigs. I enjoy being on the back office. And I do that every day. And I love it. So when my kids come home, I'm actually excited to see my kids. I'm like, hey boys, what's up? What y'all doing? How was school? I get that excitement because I'm not stuck doing things for other people all day that I don't enjoy doing. I'm in my passion. And that love, that is just, my household is so happy.
It makes a
It's so
difference.
happy.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely makes a difference.
It really does. Imagine if you do love cooking. Like I said, if you do love cooking and you can be in that kitchen all day and playing around with the foods and stuff. Guess what? I might buy your cookbook because I don't know how to cook and I want to make the same thing you just made.
I'm gonna call now.
We can't never get enough. Because guess what? It could be 100 people that's doing exactly what you're doing. And I don't want it from them other 100 people. I want it from you.
That makes me call out, and I want to say thank you to all of those that are watching us this morning and who have shared the broadcast and who are inviting their friends. And I also want to talk to our replay viewers, because we can't forget our replay viewers. Because if you stop by to see us and we're not home, please put in the comment #replay, because we want to know that you stopped by. We may not be here. We may have run out to the grocery store because we like to cook. Or, we might be going to get some ingredients for D. Morris, who loves to bake those wonderful cakes. You want to talk about a passion. Now that you can taste. And when you can taste it in someone's food, you can taste the love and her passion in those cakes. So while we might be out shopping to send Dee some ingredients for a special cake we want. Let us know you came by putting #replay in the comments, because we want to know that you stopped by to see us. We count that as a privilege. We count that as a privilege. And go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com. Take a look around, fill out the application, apply for your grant. Then come back here, even if we're not here. Put in #replay. I apply.
Right. And
So we can shout you out.
we got somebody in the chat on Periscope. SIP 2020. She said, "I'm in Africa. Can I do the loan?" It's a grant, sis. It's not a loan. And as long as you have internet access and phone access, you can actually get into this class and apply for the grant. So go to that site and apply for your grant. Yes.
Here's the link right here. You can turn your passion, sip of what you want to create for you and your family by going to www.blackwomenequalpay. It's a grant that you are applying for, not a loan. So it's nothing that you have to pay back. But now what that means is that loan, that grant will cover about 95, 96% of what certification you choose to take. So then that means that if the program is $5,500, coach will give you a grant for $4,500 if you are accepted. Your only investment would be $1,000, and you can make that in payments. You can set up an arrangement for that as well. So there are ways for you to be able to push your dream forward. So go to www.blackwomenequalpayday, and so you can hear those words that I just got funded. That's a powerful statement
Right.
because that removes that no. Because a lot of times people are always used to when they apply for something, they get a no. They try again, they get a no. Well, in this situation, you can get a yes.
Absolutely.
You can get a yes.
Absolutely. Well, I've got a lot to do, y'all.
Yeah. Because we have to do the things that we are asking them to do. We also have to start our day and get our businesses on, started up for the day and, talk. This is part of it. And we say thank you to Coach Danielle for letting us be on this platform. One, to share with you all the opportunities that are out there. And two, this is part of us honing our skills, us getting training by our coach who allows us on her platform
Right.
as part of our training and to spread the message. I don't know many coaches that do that. Do you all?
I don't know any.
This is the only one I know that does that, Chiquita.
I don't know any. There may be some out there, but if I never see them, I don't know. I don't know any.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
So
right.
we said thank you for that. We say we honor that and we don't take it lightly. And we don't take it lightly that you all show up here day after day. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. What we're also going to tell you is we will be back. The BYOB After Dark show comes on tonight at 9 p.m. Central. So, we will hear other folks in other areas talk about their passion and what that has done for them and what it can do for you as well. So I'm going to say, y'all, have a good day on purpose. Anything else y'all want to tell the people before we go?
No, have a great day.
No, I think you got it.
Have a great day on
Have
purpose,
a great
y'all. Bye.
Bye.